Okay, welcome guys. My name is Will,
And I'm Kim.
and we run WildBill Wellness. I'm WildBill, and we cover all things to do with wellness.
Tonight we are going to cover a topic around grief and loss. So if anything that we talk about tonight triggers you, we encourage you to scroll down on our page and look up any of the crisis numbers we have, or to seek professional help. But we hope that by sharing these kind of topics with real people, that you're able to gain something from their experiences.
Yeah, and so this is going to be featuring on our new segment, which is called Let's Have a Chat Tuesday. So we're promoting having normal conversations, because sometimes when you bottle things up, you don't really get the help you need. So we have a brave couple on today. I'll give a brief introduction. So Seteone and Tevunga are joining us from Melbourne. Teone is my first cousin, our mum's sisters, and so we grew up together. And the reason why we've invited them to speak with us or have a chat with us tonight is because I think maybe just over a year ago they had an unfortunate event happen in their family where they lost their daughter before the age of 1. And so it's a really heavy topic, and so we've got some questions that we wanted to just have a chat with them and just hear their thoughts. So we just want to thank them again. Thanks guys for joining us, because I know there's a lot of couples that will be watching, and they'll be enjoying the conversations.
So we'll just start with something a little bit light. If you guys want to just tell us your names, who you are, maybe your culture, what's your background, even how you met, how many kids you've got, whatever that looks like, feel free to share with us.
Hi, I'm Tevunga, and this is, you gonna introduce?
Ko Seteone.
And we've been married for going on to 6 years. We have 3 children and 1 angel baby. I come from a family of 5, and he comes from a family of 11, 12, 13.
Wow.
And yeah, we're full Tongan.
Yeah, well, my wife said.
Nice.
Thanks guys. We just wanted to maybe just tell us some of the good memories about baby, and
maybe where she was born, what her features were like. Was she like any of you guys? Anything like that?
Even how you got her name and all that. Those are cool. Like, I'm sure she'll be watching,
so
and she'll be loving us talking about her.
Her full name is Talia Rose Finau Marianne Lapu'aho.
Short
one. She was named after. So Talia is. I asked my oldest girl. She was, I think, 6 at the time, and we asked her, what's your favorite girl name that you would want to name your little sister? I think I was like 4 months pregnant, and then I asked her, and she said Talia, and I was like, whoa, whose name is that? Like from school, and she said, oh, it's just the name I like. And then the rest of her name. So one of my friends from high school, her mom, I met her mom when she was 3rd form. So my real mom passed away when I was like 3, and then my dad got married to my mom's sister, and she lost her like eyesight before I had like my 3 younger ones. And then when I met my friend's mom in high school, she just did like everything. She was there like when I got married, all my births. And then I felt like my 4th child, like I felt I had to name her after her, because like just to thank her for everything. And she's still here, like she's still there for me till this day. And I asked him, but he didn't really have any.
Got no names.
Got no names.
Any of your exes or anything?
Stop.
That's it.
I had a little sneaky look at your Instagram photos this week, and I saw her headstone, and it had lots of writing, and I was trying to zoom up and see what lots of those messages were. So what's on there?
So it has her full name and then her birthday and the day she was taken. And it was just a message that me and her namesake's daughter, like, we made it up. So she passed away September the 19th. And then I asked my husband, is it okay if we can just come up with some money for her headstone? So she passed away in September, and then we got her headstone done November that same year for her first birthday. So it was like
that's
our present for her first birthday.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I really like that.
Oh, thank you.
So from that, how has your life changed forever from this experience? And maybe what was the lead up to her loss? Or did you have any experiences that helped you become stronger or rely on anybody in particular?
I think we were just like our regular young parents with the four. But then when she passed away, we were different. We had like different methods, more grateful, like spend more time with him.
Yeah.
And like like cherish every moment. And like, you can't teach these things. You have to like.
So you know, the night before she passed away, so on the Tuesday, she passed away on Wednesday. So on Tuesday, the 18th of September 2018, out of nowhere, my sister like asked me, do you want to go McDonald's? Should we take the kids to McDonald's? And I was like, oh yeah, because we used to stay together with my parents in Otara in Auckland. And she asked me, and I was like, oh yeah, we'll take them to go play. And then it was just me, my sister, her husband, and Donnie and our kids. And they were just playing, and, you know, like looking back at it now, it's like, if only you knew, like if only you knew that was the last day you had with her, you would have done, you know, the things that will make up for it. And that night, like, it was just normal, but looking back at it now, it's like, it's like my sister knew that was the last day, and she just wanted our kids to play together. And then that night, around like 9, me and her were like in the room counting our Monopoly stickers. Like, she was telling me, oh, how many do you have? And I was like, we counted it up, and then we went to bed like around just before 10. And then when I woke up around like after 11, that's her normal time to wake up. When I woke up and when I saw her, like she just went peacefully. And when I woke up and saw her, at that moment, like, I already knew in my heart, like, she was gone. And I didn't even want to wake him up. I didn't even want to wake anyone up. I just wanted to go back to sleep. And wish, you know, it was like a dream, because it's like, far out. I went to bed and she was here. No, she was gone. And then I woke him up and I was like, babe, I don't even remember. I just remember like screaming and like telling him to get up. And then he got up, like trying to like hold her. And when he was holding her, I just fell to the floor. It's like I had like, honestly, with that feeling, it's like nothing. You just want to drop to the floor. You just feel, you know, one word that described me that day was hopeless. You feel hopeless. And when I woke him up, he was standing there and he kept saying, Bunga, come, let's try, Bunga, let's try it. And I said, we can't do it. And he kept, I think he was angry because I wasn't there to help bring her back to life. And then I just stood there, or I was sitting on the floor just going like this to him. I can't. And he was like, Fuha, come. And then he brought her to the floor. And then, you know, after that, I just remember cops coming in, like paramedics and everything. I just sat there like, it's like I was like on a, like blind, like just feel nothing, you know?
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. I remember when we had Will's mum around that time, and she had told Will that your baby had passed away, and I think our girl's only a little bit different in age to Talia. And Will goes to me, oh, I think just a few months, oh no, the same month, my first cousin's baby, same age, had passed away too. And then Will said, oh, my cousin's baby as well. But it just made me feel a real love for you guys, even though I personally didn't know any of both of you. So if there was something you guys could tell people, like say me and Will, we haven't fortunately had to experience that, but you were saying earlier that the lessons you learn, they kind of came with this whole experience. So if there was like something you could say to people like Will and I, that maybe your friends or people that have been around through this experience that you've had, what's something you could say to them? Or that would maybe they act awkward, or they don't know what to say to you?
I think
just be normal.
Yeah. Like, because I think some people feel awkward, like bringing up the topic, or even people coming and saying, "Oh, sorry about what's happened." Would you rather them just acknowledge it and not kind of hide it?
Yeah, like we talked about it. Like we didn't like it when people like.
Yeah, like, oh, do you want me to
Yeah,
go?
you see.
Like when, oh, that's a getaway. Let me do by myself.
Now, to honest,
Nah.
People say like, oh, this and all that. Like, it's
Yeah.
not real.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like advice I would give, like, to people that come across like parents like us that have lost a child. Like, you know, within like the first week or second week of her passing, I had a lady like she had the guts to tell me, like in Tongan, she'll say, "It's okay, you have another one to like replace her, to get your mind off things." Hey, like if you're one person, you know, that's like that, don't, because it's like when she said that to me, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
You can take it different ways, but you know,
yeah.
other ways you're like, man, you're like.
I was still raw because it was like 1-2 weeks. I was like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's a good thing to ask? Is that cultural? I mean, I'm a little snippet Tongan, but say mostly Māori, but brought up in Australia. So to me, someone asking that, I would probably be like, excuse me, that's really rude. Don't say that. But Will would probably tell me, because I've had things like that, being married to Will, and Will would probably tell me, oh, don't worry, like it's just, she don't mean nothing by it.
Yeah.
So what, at being both Tongan, is that a cultural thing, or what do you think?
Yeah, and it's like you can't really tell people off. It's rude both ways. Right. It's rude if you tell them off, and it's rude when they tell us things that they don't have they won't experience.
Yeah, right.
Easy to give this kind of advice, you know.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's a good one. So someone said once they would rather you talk about the baby or talk about their loved one, because it reminds them that its baby wasn't forgotten. That we want to talk about like that person who's passed away in a good light. Is that something you guys would agree with?
Yeah, we always.
Or would you rather not talk about it?
Whatever you feel.
I would rather I mean, if it comes up in the conversation, because like when she passed away, like like now where I am today, I don't like, you know, I don't like, oh my gosh, I cry. Like I used to cry every single night, but now it's like, if something like a specific song or someone like talks about her and then it's like, boom, like I would just like, you know, like if the conversation comes up, then like it's, yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Cool. So what do you do to honor baby's memory in your family?
The kids, they already got a routine. Every time we say a prayer, they always, if they forget to bless baby, the other sibling will say, hey, you do it again. And then we close our eyes and then same old thing. And once they say it, then we can go to sleep. But that's a routine that,
like, since she's passed, every night, like we'll bless her. Or like my youngest daughter, Caroline, she's 3, she'll be like, Heavenly Father, please bless Talia that we love and miss her every day. And it's like every night. And it's, you know, in the morning, in the evening, and it's nice to just keep that. So they, because she's 3, my son's 5 and my daughter's 8. It's, I want them to keep remembering her, like, even though they didn't get to spend each, like, time with each other.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Okay. If you had a message for other parents that have lost a child, what would you say?
to grieve properly. And like,
there is no wrong or right way of grieving.
Yeah.
Like I thought when she passed that I had to like keep my emotions to myself. But when she first passed, I just let it all out. Just let it out. Like they're gone. Like they're physically gone forever. Like you won't see them. And yeah. But my message, like, that helped me, like my message that's helped me like cope with her passing is, my dad used to tell me when we were living in Otara, he would used to say that, you know the scripture, John chapter 3 verse 16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And for me, it's like, if my Heavenly Father can give such a sacrifice like that, it gives me, like, you know, it gives me strength and hope that I can do the same. And we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and knowing that our family is forever, it's like, that's it. Like, it brings comfort to my heart, you know, that one day we will be together with baby.
Yeah, great. I really like it when people of faith are able to share that that's what helps them. So is that a big factor in your lives, having faith in like a higher being and understanding where she's gone?
Yeah, and what's that guy that keeps coming over, checking up on us? What's one of the he's a counselor. I don't know, he was a counselor or something. Remember he came, he just came and like checking up on us and like checking how we are mentally and stuff like that. And he was surprised that we were like still intact.
Yeah.
He was like, and we were like saying, oh, we like we're members. We know we're not like, because he expects us to be like
coming like every week and calling like, oh, do you guys want to talk with us? Are you guys okay? Like,
it was fun because we know. And he was just like, oh, are you guys all right? And they were like, yeah, we're all right. We're normal because we know the plan of salvation and we know the steps and where she is right now. But I think for non-members, I think they struggle. And I think he thought that we were going to be in the same boat as those people, but we're just lucky to be members of the church. And it was good. Yeah, he was shocked that we were strong, and
you were strong.
We were strong strong when he's there, and then when he leaves, we just
Yeah.
Because I remember you guys were living in New Zealand at the time. Did baby's passing have a bit to play with you guys moving to Melbourne?
We always like, I'm telling you, we always planned it like when we first got married in 2014. Like we always planned like, oh, move over like to Australia and see what it's like there. And it's just, it didn't happen. And then once she passed away, like an opportunity came. Dione's brother Olele, he called up like not even a month after she passed away. And
I was saying, nah, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Well, then you make it look like I told you.
And then
well,
What's the book?
And I'm like, I'm not going, I'm staying.
No, and I told him, he said he didn't want to come, and then I was like, we sat down and I told him like, this is an opportunity, you know, we prayed about it, and then I just told him, just take it. If it doesn't work out, just come back, you know, at least you tried. And every day, like since we've been here, we've received a lot of blessings from Heavenly Father, and it sucks because like she's not here to like enjoy these blessings with us. I feel like these blessings come because of her. Like, you know.
Yeah.
It sucks she's not here.
Yeah. So yeah.
Tione, I know you said you didn't want to go. Was that because you felt like you didn't want to leave baby, or did you feel like it's a bit scary going over the ditch?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts around that?
We were comfortable. Like, I think we were too comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Yeah. And then we need like, not struggle, but like you need a test.
Yeah.
To test yourself and see where you stand, and like if you're gonna survive in the big world.
Yeah.
Because we were still living with my mom and dad, and everything's easy. Like they have to pay nothing.
Yeah.
And we're like, if we go to Melbourne, we need a house, we need a car, we need all these stuff, and we're like, let's just relax and stay with mom and dad.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pay
relaxing for like 5 years.
rent and stuff. Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah.
I noted how at the beginning you said that you felt in that moment hopeless. Something that we wanted to, I suppose, with WildBill Wellness was when we were talking about it was like having hope and then fighting back. And so the having hope, I guess, is the opposite to hopelessness. So, you know, you felt all was lost. So what in those moments, and I guess time, you can correct me if I'm wrong, has time made it look a bit more hopeful? And then what do you do so that it is hopeful for you guys and that you don't dwell on it and it affects every day, but that you still carry her memory, but able to push forward and have hope and fight back? What does that look like for you guys?
Because for me, when you lose a child, for me, it felt like your life was at a standstill. Like when they pass, you just stop and you're like, that's it. Like he's taken your child, or Heavenly Father's taken your child, and that's it. Like there's no more to live for. But then that's how I felt when she first passed away. And like looking back at it now, I kind of regret the way that I like mourned for her. I think because I had 3 other little faces like depending on me, and I just gave my not my all, but like I was just dwelling on baby like by herself, but I had these 3 to like look after. And I think having hope for me is everything since baby has passed, because ever since you guys like had like your WildBill gear, like when this message came out, like every time you guys post, I'm like, you know, I love reading like the WildBill Wellness like messages every time you post, but I don't want to like react all the time because I love the messages. Like every morning, like after our daily stuff, like when I check my Instagram, it's like, to be honest, it's just to read those messages to, you know, uplift me, because it's like solid. Like the message behind it. Having hope is like everything to me since losing baby, because it's helped me be hopeful that, you know, yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a different context of hope, you know what I mean? So it's cool to hear your side of hope and how hope is able to help you in your life, you know? It's so underrated, the word hope. You know, some people think it's a weak word, but it's such a powerful word, hope, you know?
It was called when she passed, we went through like I wouldn't say like dark places, but I saw where I could be if I didn't mourn properly. That's why I do. I always cry, and I cry ugly. Eh?
Bring it on, brother. Bring it on.
That's why I've just put my hats. I'll just go like this.
That's right. Hey, we're supposed to have a lot more questions than this, and I'm like, he's going blank.
It's hard because I'm like emotionally attached. You know, it's hard to talk. So we get it.
Yeah, we went our own ways of mourning, and like with her, she cried, and I'm like, "What are you crying for? Like, you just..." And then like the kids will like wake up and be like, "Are you alright, mommy?" And then I'm like, "What about me? I'm young."
Yeah.
They would ask me about that. And then like every time she cries, the kids will come to her, "Mommy, you're right, you're right." And I'll do my crying like elsewhere, because I don't want to see my kids cry.
Yeah.
I'm like straight through. I see like I'm like facts. Like if she's gone from me, she's gone. That's it. It's no like the other way. My wife, she's different. And I think she taught me how to mourn, and I didn't really mourn until everything was clear. I think when baby passed, I didn't mourn until like a year later, because I wanted to like sort ourselves, and like I just wanted like us to be in a better place. And then once my wife and kids came here to Melbourne, and that's when I started like my morning process. I started like to cry all the way to work, to cry all the way. And then like I watch watching my wife cry, like, and I'll be like, "What are you crying for?" And then when I'm crying on the way to work, now I realized why she was crying. And then like she always talked to me about baby, but I was like, I would talk to her about baby. I'll just talk to myself about baby, and it's like I'll have a full-on conversation like with myself. I'll like talk to baby, and then I'll like be another person talking like, and I'll be like, "Man, I miss baby," and like, "Yeah, baby, yeah, I miss baby too." And then, but my wife, she's open, and I'm not open, and by watching her mourn has taught me how to mourn. And it's actually my first time like showing my wife like how I mourn, because she always asks me, "Babe, just let it out," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do in my own time," because I don't want to. It's not like showing weakness, but like I don't want to show like this side of my like to my wife.
So
drinking like fresh dry.
No, thanks heaps for sharing that. Like, you don't know how powerful what you shared. Do you know, like, especially being Polynesian and being a male, I know a lot of men can relate to that. And there's probably a lot of men that have experienced what you've experienced, but they don't know how to mourn themselves. So some of them may not be as fortunate. So hearing you, do that, like, I reckon it will comfort a lot of other guys. And like, even having the conversation with yourself, like, you might think it sounds crazy to you, but it doesn't sound crazy to me. It's like, that's your only way to mourn, like, because as a man, you feel like you need to stand on your own 2 feet. So,
hello, I'm here to talk to you.
I know, but as a man, we're wired different. Like, even Kim, whenever I have a problem, she doesn't even hear about it. Like, I don't know, maybe a man just thinks they need to deal with it on their own. So maybe that's something that we can improve on. But man,
stop thinking you're hard and
yeah, you want to think you're hard, but
you always she'll turn anything to an argument, like, just for the sake of it.
Guilty.
And then, like,
let's save this one other time.
We'll bring you back for another session.
That's interesting. Like, that take, me hearing, like, Vunga mourn straight from get-go all the way through, and then with Seteone, he made as priority of his job of looking after the family, and that once that was all set, then he started to mourn. So it just shows, like, you take your
instinct role.
your instinctive role real serious, and you weren't thinking of yourself, you thought of your family, and I'm sure they'll be forever grateful for you guys. And now you guys are in a position where he can do all the mourning and crying he can, and it's not going to affect the family. So.
The fuck is like.
Oh man.
Cool. So maybe on a positive, really great. Thank you for sharing what you've shared. And what is in the fight back? How is there a routine, or you've got prayer and the morning? So maybe is that some advice then for men or others that you're mentioning about in the fight back, to not hold back or not be scared of mourning? Yeah. So.
Like not like when I'm saying I'm speaking to myself, but like, I have baby as my cover and screen and everything, and when I get in the morning, I was like, oh, hi baby, what are you doing? Yeah, Mr. Bye. And then, like, on my way back, I'll be like, maybe I'm going home now. See when I go. It's like when I'm talking, I always talk to myself, and I always pretend that she's here. Well, I didn't tell her, like, share this with my wife. I just keep it to myself, but I feel like I already told her by just talking to myself. Like, I just like sometimes, so I just always talk. When I get a friend, I just talk to her, pretend she's here, and then, like, me talking to her just makes things normal. It doesn't feel like she's gone. She's gone physically, but like mentally, I'm still talking to her. We still pray to her and stuff, and like, she's always around.
She like, a lot of dead people on the other side. Like, I just cannot imagine how happy she feels that her dad still talks to her, and that, like, I heard that the dead people always want to be remembered, and they love it when us living people talk about them and carry on their lives that way. So
yeah, like, have you seen that Coco movie?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
So, like, my son, every time, like, they watch that movie, and then a baby's photo will fall down, it's like, you need to put it up because they won't, like, on the movie.
Remember?
Yeah, cool.
Photo up so we can remember them.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, that's about all our questions we've got, but we feel really honoured that you've joined us tonight and shared what you've shared, and we know it will help lots of people by just you guys being open about this. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming.
I appreciate you guys being open, and thanks, Seteone, finally
That's right.
telling his wife what he goes through. And like, in our eyes, you guys are heroes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we'll probably put this as our first episode, and people can watch and just learn off your guys' examples of, especially from the beginning. Like when you said, I felt hopelessness and dropped to the floor. I felt that straight away. Like I wasn't there, but I could feel the emotions of what that was like, And then towards the end and how you guys were like getting through it, it just seemed like you took us all for this journey where you felt hopelessness, and then now you guys are in Melbourne and you guys are learning to move forward, and then it feels like you got the hope, and you guys are.
But like at that moment, when she passed, you wouldn't. I didn't see our little family here, like where we are today, like physically, financially, I'm not saying our life is easy, but it's just stress-free and like, it's just, yeah.
I think if baby was here, I don't think we would be here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like, I think we'll just be like just the normal, like young parents growing up, just staying with their mom and dad's house. So, like we weren't like strive to be better.
Yeah. So it pushed you out of your comfort zones.
Yeah. That's
it. Thanks heaps for sharing with us like how you guys dealt with a major trial, because one thing I understand is that doesn't matter who we are, we're always going to experience some hard trials, and depending on how you react to it will determine like your guys' happiness. And hopefully this is the end for these kind of harder trials, but you just stay prepared, and hopefully that you learn a lesson and you move to the next one.
Yeah, we've learned a lot from you guys tonight about pushing on and having hope in those experiences, and we just want to encourage you guys to keep fighting the good fight. You're doing a great, amazing job, and for everyone else listening that has enjoyed this, please comment and encourage and share. Or if Tevunga, are you all right with other mums that maybe have experienced this, if they reached out to you after?
I'd love that. I'd love that. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So
and Dione, are you all right if some of them men reach out to you?
Yeah, we'll just like talk to each other all the time.
Just talk to yourself.
Cool. Awesome.
I just saw them put a mirror and they just talk to yourself. Tell yourself how good you are.
How good you are. Cool. Yeah, so do that. And thank you